I work with a program called Project Share, and it's out of a organization called Monroe Harding, which is essentially a halfway house for wards of the state. And one of the hardest things to do is to reach back to people who go through hard stuff and you've already made it through. Because some people don't believe that you have scars until you bear them. But I'm not going to walk around just lifting up my shirt showing, you know, I got a bullet hole right here, I got a knife wound right here. Sometimes it shouldn't take that much. But it seems that in order for people to actually believe you, you have to show these wounds. And so I was speaking to a young man once, and we were having a dialogue, and it didn't seem that what I was trying to say was getting to him. And so he comes to me and says, you ain't never walked in these shoes, so what makes you think you're going to sit here and tell me something? See, you wasn't there when my boy was told he was going to spend the rest of his life in prison. You wasn't there when my folks didn't have the pot to piss in, so what makes you think you can understand my struggle? What makes you think you're going to sit there and contemplate my hustle? And yes, I was on the block selling dime and nickel sacks, but I was going to school, and you know what? I was taking tests that I wasn't even supposed to pass, so what makes you think you can understand my pain? I've been in these streets, slow dancing with death for so long that life and death to me sound like the same damn song. You ain't walked my roads and you ain't paid my tolls. What makes what you got to say to me any different? Whoa. All I could do? I mean, what could I do? But just listen. But then something told me to tell this young man how I wake up every day just hoping to overcome my fears. Because I had realized that my own brand of bullshit wasn't brand new and people have suffered far worse than I ever did. But that doesn't mean my life was always a win-win. Though we had the pot to piss in, it was my father and not the food that had gone missing. And no, I was never on block selling diamond nickel sacks. You see, I was into the books and I was speaking these truths and I was working at becoming a better man than that person I called my father. Because I refused to stay where he had left me behind, I needed to go farther. So no, I won't begin to contemplate your hustle. But if we simply took the time to calculate our troubles and our sums, they'd be the same. So don't give me that bullshit. Because see, everybody in here knows somebody that's either been locked up or just doing a bid. And I'm telling you, this person wasn't my next of kin, but I swear this nigga was my twin. And had it not been for God's grace and common sense, I would be in a cell right next to him. So it doesn't matter what you go through, because somebody's already been through worse. All that matters is that you get through. So don't just do you, nigga, do something. Help somebody. Don't let this shit right here define you, bind you. Take the mind and body and confine it within somebody's prison industrial complex. Instead of focusing on right now, I need you to look for what's right next, because we are more than our current condition. But you and I have been conditioned to leave behind our own and chase capitalistic pipe dreams. That's why this message to you is different. Because this message to you is my teaching. My very meaning for reaching back to these places that I already survived. See, I'm doing this for my grandmamas and grandfathers that struggled and bled and they died, and I'd be damned if that work be done in vain. I'd rather pump battery acid directly into my own veins before I let you go into this wilderness all alone. Let me be your compass so you will never have to roam. Yeah, our experiences are different, but I'm telling you, pain and death is the same. So I need you to cherish these words so you don't relive the same thing. Your current condition doesn't determine your destination, because your path, it ain't written, and your future is still waiting. So it doesn't matter what you go through. All that matters is that you get through. It doesn't matter where you come from. All that matters is where you're going. So all I'm going to ask you now, don't just do you, young man. Please, do something.
My man Logik. Word. Yeah. Loved it, man. Loved it. Yeah. How long you been doing it?
Like 2004, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Just 4 years?
Yeah, just trying. And I just had like all my wisdom teeth pulled, so I apologize for the slurring that I was doing.
Good tell. Good job, man. Well, how do people get in touch with you?
All right. MySpace, you're going to have to search Logik the Poet, Logik with a K, at Gmail. Just search for the email address. I haven't got the website up yet. Demo CD will be dropping soon.
You got a title?
The Reason. Right. The Reason. That's basically it. Yeah, I'm still in school, so it's kind of hard to get things moving as fast as I would like.
Right.
But hey.
Well, everything works its course. If you know,
you
don't want to rush nothing.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm just blessed to be able to interact with people and be able to speak to people on, in such a forum. So.
Now, how often do you play around the city?
Oh man, anything that goes on with poetry in Nashville, I'm trying to be in. Stillwater's Cafe, Soul Food Poetry Cafe, the open mic at Cafe Coco. Like I'm usually there. Not to mention the first ever poetry slam team out of Nashville, the Unusual Suspects. I'm a member of that team, so we trying to do it.
Yeah.
We trying to do it.
Is there a link to that, or is that you talk about that on your site?
We're brand new. We're brand new, so it's on my MySpace page, and we're still like building up, for more slam competitions, bring more people into the organization because we need more of these types of things, more community oriented projects as well that can stem from spoken word.
I heard you talking about you doing something with the community.
Oh yeah, Project Share. That's it's essentially a mentoring program that's working with metro schools. I also do some work at Pearl Cone High School, just basically trying to get myself in a position where I know I needed people when I was in those same places.
Right.
So it's I think it's very important, not just necessarily geared towards black males, but males period, because basically men need to step up and take the leadership role. So that's what I'm trying to do.
That's what's good. Well, give it up for Logik, y'all. Thank you, man.